Hi Tarocchi players, it is Judith and I am here with our weekly tarot reading. This reading is relevant for our week commencing today, September the 15th. I have been shuffling my deck with a view to pull one card that'll give us some insight on what we should pay attention to this week as we move forward with our Tarocchi-Play. So I will just connect with the deck and I shall be right with you. Okay, I'm going to cut the deck. And I'll take this top card that will speak to the unfolding of our week. Okay, we have the King of Cups. Here we see a king sternly sat upon a throne. He holds a scepter and a wand in his hands, and he wears the robes of a king with the crown on his head. However, behind him, there is another king, a grey, larger shaped figure of a king holding a giant cup. Behind there are two seashells, one on either side, and within that, there are two red images of men creating something in their hands. So they would represent alchemists. Behind the king is a swirling ocean of water, very choppy. And yet he sits on this very stable platform. Above the larger king in the background is a ship. And there are seahorses in either corner of the card. Okay, so when we think about the king being a court card, it is at the end of the journey for that water element. Now, the water element is representing our emotions and our intuition. And so what we can say with the king is that we have gotten control of our emotions and we are very attuned into our intuition. So whilst the waters are extremely choppy behind this king, you can see he is unperturbed by that. So the emotional aspects of life are not pulling him from his center. He's sitting stoically and in charge. And that is true, but he must remember there are always higher forces behind the scenes. And so he cannot become too complacent. He cannot become too cocky in his stability. He should continue to search and continue with his spiritual growth, which is suggested by the seashells. They are spirals. They keep going around and around, never ending. Plus the alchemists that are continuously recreating spirits out of matter. And then the ship in the background is also indicating that we can look to that higher self if we do find ourselves being pulled back into the choppy waters. We can look to our higher self and the seahorses for good luck and good fortune and navigation of the turbulence of life. So the message this week is to stay centered and balanced with any emotional turmoil, but don't get too cocky about that. Make sure we stay attuned to our intuition and our higher awareness so that those choppy waves do not pull us out of our Tarocchi play this week. Have fun. Bye now.